There. Apparently my mic decided it wanted to go weird. But hi. Right? Oh my gosh. I'm like, okay, like I had an update just as I was like about to start streaming today. OBS is like, haha, update. I'm like, oh great. And then I go live and all I can see is red and yellow for my connection. And I'm like, shit. And it just kept getting worse. And I'm like, crap. So as you guys know, I had to restart. And then I looked and I'm like, you know what? Let's just check the internet. See if it is the internet or if it's OBS, because it's one or the other. My internet was saying that it was like 4 megabytes. I'm like, shit. And so I checked on my phone and it was like, looks like you need to manually restart your modem. Like, it wouldn't even give me the option to restart it on my phone. So I was like, well, shit. Congratulations on second cast. Congratulations on first, Jamie. I did say congratulations on first before, but my mic was not working. I am sorry I did not stream yesterday. I was having one of those days where I just did not want to, yeah. So there we go. It's really loud in my ear. So yeah, I was just like, you know what? Let's just take the day off. I got a new smartwatch. It's just a cheapy one. But look, I can make my own watch face, and I put the Jam Fam on there. So yeah. I don't like, honestly, I don't like the clock part of it. It doesn't have half of what I like to have on there. I like to have everything. And all I had was 3 choices. And the clock face could only be in 4 corners. It is what it is. Okay. What am I doing? We're spinning. That's what we're doing. Hey, Retro! Keep feeling like I've got like a hair on my arm. And there's nothing there. Now, if only I could get my sound to work on my, like, it's to do with my Bluetooth. So I did order a new Bluetooth adapter. I don't know if that's gonna help or not. It is what it is. I mean, I'm just hooked to a cord now, that's all. Congratulations on third, Retro. So we're almost finished with this bobbin. So we will most likely be starting a new bobbin fairly quick into this stream. How is everyone doing? I missed you guys, honestly. Even though I was just not up for streaming yesterday, I did miss you guys. Oh, congratulations on your 10 stream streak, Kaz. Sorry, I saw that and my brain just totally flaked on, You're highly anxious? That's no good. How come you're anxious? Well, hopefully you'll start to feel better. I hate feeling anxious. Yeah, yesterday started off pretty good. It was a fairly cool morning. And it was good until probably about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Then all of a sudden it was just like nice, comfortable, warm weather to holy crap. What the hell? Why is it suddenly so freaking hot? I thought about going out this evening and buying my birthday cake, but decided I'll just put it off until tomorrow rather than driving in the evening. Right? So when's your birthday? Is it today or tomorrow? Did I miss something? July 25th. Today! Happy birthday! Actually, I think I know a couple people with July 25th as a birthday now that you mention that. Hopefully you're having nice weather for your birthday. I went to the rock disco at the pub I work in and did a lot of head banging, so my head is being up and down and around countless amount of times. Hey, Dork Chop! Congratulations on the first time. You technically got the first, but my stream was not cooperating. It turns out it was my internet this time. I actually had to manually restart my modem. Had to work. I tried to take it off, but system denied it. Ah, rude. Yeah, I worked most of my birthdays too. I usually would just take another day off to do if I wanted to do anything for my birthday. I'd be like, I'm taking this day off for my birthday because I have to work my birthday. My birthday always landed on a long weekend, and I always worked jobs where you had to work long weekends. So I rarely got my birthday off. Congratulations on your 3 stream streak, Retro. I think it's rude that it reset on you again. But I think that was because last Sunday you ended up missing. Congratulations on your 15 stream streak, Jamie. Just totally forget to say your name. Australia Day is the day after my birthday and nobody works that day, so I've always been lucky. Although you're the worst person ever now if you celebrate. It almost broke. Hate that I missed that. Right? You obviously were really tired. I still have to hank up the blue from last stream, but I just didn't feel like hanking tonight. I was like, I just want to like chill and spin. Congratulations on your 35 stream streak, Shirley. How are you doing? Looking away! Looking away! So yeah, I just gotta remember if I do anything away from my computer, I have to take my earbud. And these things are the crappiest freaking. Only the one side works, and if you turn the volume up too loud, they like distort in your ear. But at least I can have sound until I can sort out the Bluetooth issue. You know, first it was the Wi-Fi adapter, the built-in Wi-Fi adapter that went. Now it's the built-in Bluetooth. Though eventually, when I get my other computer hooked up, that I'm still very much procrastinating on bringing over. I think I might actually take this little thing down to the repair shop and be like, hey, can you guys just, do a once over overhaul, see if you can get some stuff working that stopped working. Because, I mean, it's a good little computer. The fact that it can freaking stream my streams is just freaking mind-blowing. It can't play video games. Well, I can play games like Stardew. Stardew's fine on this, but I took it off shortly after putting it on my computer because, yeah, it takes everything in that little computer to run my streams, and I just did not want to stress my computer out any more than need be. And I never really played Stardew, so. I have those days too, Retro. Like, seriously, the other day, I remembered, like, last minute that I hadn't watched Hydring stream, and I was like, oh, crap! So I went in and watched an old video so I could get my, my watch streak. Wired headphones tripped out. Right? I was shocked that I even still had these guys kicking around. I should order another one. I don't know, can you get like wireless dongles that plug into the earbud piece? Because that's all I have that works is like the headphone jack on the computer. And if I can get like a wireless jack that works through that, then that would work. I remember the issue in high school trying to hide the cord, right? God, I remember that. Spent today wandering around with tubs of water, cleaning some of my dirty. Nice! It is now less dirty. That is awesome. I did nothing today. I played a little bit of my video game, but I mostly just like. I couldn't sleep last night. So I didn't get to sleep till sometime after like 2, 3 in the morning. I ended up coming over here, having a shower, and then sleeping the rest of the day or morning on my couch bed. And then I got up and let Mystique out. That was it. Hey Dan, I'm doing good. When it's dry, I'll be able to fluff it up and maybe comb it to see if it needs to scour again. Nice! You'll have to post some pictures in Discord. Well, you don't have to. I woke up this morning to a spider dangling down from the roof. It was only small, but still. I've been there. I have been there. You're no longer in the hall. Oh, that's awesome, Dan. That's awesome. Yeah, that was ridiculous that you were stuck in the hallway for that long. Yeah, yesterday was just, I don't know. It was just not my day. Today was a bit better. It still wasn't quite my day, but it was better. My mother-in-law picked flowers today. I evicted at least 3 teeny spooters from the bouquet, right? Yeah, there's usually lots of spooters into flowers. Those spooters usually don't bother me though. Usually. It's honestly it's the ones that love to just like drop down on me or invade my space even after I tell them to leave me alone. Or the ones that are supposed to be outside that find their way inside and then I don't notice them until they're big and then I'm like, what the fuck are you doing in my house? That happened to me last year. I walked into my camper one night and thank God I had the flashlight on my phone because I usually just walk in, lights off, whatever, no big deal. But I had my flashlight on that night. And I walk I walk into the house and it's one of those like orb spiders, like the cat spiders, I think they're called. They usually don't get bigger than like a toonie. I have seen one bigger. But anyways, I walk in and as like my front entrance in my camper is always cluttered. So I'm usually walking around stuff. And normally I actually put my hand on the counter, but I happened to just kind of like walk in and I looked up and like maybe a foot from my face is this giant orb. Okay, he wasn't giant, but big old orb spider just chilling in the middle of his web that I swear was not there the day before, and I'm just like, whoa! He did not live. I'm like, if you come into my house, like, why? There's lots of bugs and lots of things outside. Don't come into my house. Especially my very small house. And hang out in a spot that I, like, frequently walk by. I hate those things. We have so many of them around here. That is, like, the one, like, major pest when it comes to the spooters. Yep, the orb weavers. Posted pics in whip and whoop. I gotta go. Oh, right. Let's use my other phone. I have too many phones. But I can do Discord on this phone and Twitch on this phone. Ooh. God, that is a lot of Hanks. Oh my gosh, that is pretty. Right? It still would have been cool if it stayed that purple. But it still looks really pretty. Oh, that is so cool. Oh, Kiki, that is so cute. Oh, I love it. I haven't looked at Discord in a few days, so. Okay. I think I'm caught up on Discord. No, I'm gonna read them. I was catching up on Discord and then I was gonna go back and read because yeah, I realized I am behind on chat. If it's true. You guys have probably heard I'm gonna be making physical games. Well, Sega have said physical games are going nowhere soon. So if it means what it sounds like, they are teasing a return to ooh, okay, that's kind of cool. That is kind of cool. I like that. Exactly, Dork Chop. We don't go into your house, so stay out of mine. As per usual, people expect me to know what triggered things, and when tell people what triggered, I get told that can't have triggered things. Well, that can't be a trigger. Just because I don't think it's a trigger, so therefore it can't be a trigger. I think people need to like go back to school or something. That is absolutely ridiculous, Dan. Absolutely ridiculous. Okay. Back to spinning. Back to spinning. California. California. So I made my first attempt at sushi. It would have been good if I had the proper soy sauce. I did not have the proper soy sauce. So I need to order some. because, yeah. I didn't even think about that. I was like, yep, get my soy sauce. Thankfully, I didn't like put it on all the sushi. I just kind of like put it on the side and dip my sushi in. Don't do that again. I didn't take any pics. It was pretty rough looking. I still have some sushi rice left, and was gonna try some today because I just did the one roll last night, and I was gonna do some today, but I haven't yet. So maybe later tonight or tomorrow I will attempt better. But yeah, it was not that hard at all. I didn't. Well, actually, tofu. I did and I forgot about my avocado. I was gonna put avocado in there too, but I did cucumber, tofu, and I tried putting broccoli slaw in there because I thought that'd be kind of cool. But the broccoli slaw was a little on the old side, so I'm omitting that the next one I make. So probably the next one will be. I was gonna put some cream cheese in too, but I was lazy. So the next one I think is gonna be avocado, cream cheese, and cucumber. I think that's what I got left. Oh well, I got some tofu too, so I might put tofu back in there. I do like tofu. Tofu. Right. And obviously, I can't put fish in because I don't have anywhere to buy fresh enough fish for sushi. Because you don't want to use grocery store fish for sushi. Yeah, it is. You don't use grocery store fish for sushi unless your grocery store, like your fish from your grocery store, literally comes like fresh. There's a lot of sushi out there that doesn't have fish in it, and it tastes divine. I've stopped making sushi rolls in favor of making poke bowls, which is deconstructed sushi. Yes, that would also be good. You know, I keep forgetting to bring over the spare hooks for Nancy. I finally found them. I think this is probably going to be the last roll leg that goes on her. She's starting to get particular about uptake. See if that helps. Welcome back. I will swim with the fish and catch some on the day. Right. I am very proud of myself. I did not go down to Dairy Queen and get any kind of ice cream today. I didn't go anywhere or get anything. I was very good. Gotta stop spending my money. I've been very bad lately. I gotta get myself back into the groove of not going down and getting drive-through whenever I have a craving. And it's not even that I have a craving for said drive-through food, except for maybe the ice cream cone. It's just that I'm too lazy to make anything at home, or I don't have anything that is remotely close to what I'm craving at home. Second time I heard this song tonight. I heard it last night too. Nice. Friday night, live band singing it. Then tonight, the DJ played it. Nice. And now here. It's just meant to be. It's just meant to be retro. It's okay. There's better ice cream places out there. Honestly, if you were to be coming out here, I would insist that you go to this ice cream place that's a couple towns away. There's a lot of people that'll just be like, "Oh, we're going to go out here because they got really good ice cream." But Dairy Queen has some good stuff. Their food is subpar. Their ice cream is decent. Sometimes you just gotta cry, Kaz. Sometimes crying makes you feel better. Whenever I do travel to Canada and the States, I'll probably put on. Right? Things I recommend that you try in Canada: butter tarts, Nanaimo bars, and then, of course, poutine. You know what? I have to admit, like, it's been a long time since I've been to Denny's, but I used to go to Denny's all the time. Oh, yeah, and beaver tails. You know what? As a Canadian, I have never tried a beaver tail before. I didn't even know that they existed for the longest time. So, I don't even know anywhere around here that... I don't even think there is anywhere around here that sells them. didn't have time to be going around eating when I went to New York. I had KFC, and oh my god, it was so much better than it is here. Plus, they didn't have fries. They have wedges. I prefer fries over wedges. Well, it depends. 7-Eleven has some amazing freaking wedges. I don't know what they do to them, but they're good. But most times I don't like wedges. Well, maybe next time I'm out visiting my brother, I'll be like, hey, let's go to Banff and try some beaver tails. I've always wanted to try them. Just to say that I've had them. Ooh, see? Chocolate. Heck yeah. No, it's a pastry. I thought about, was like, should we just pretend that it's an actual beaver? No. No, it's a pastry. Well, I'll give you that, Retro. Yeah, I don't think I'm anywhere near that. I'd have to look up where that is. I think you can get them out on the coast too. Because I watch or I started watching these I don't know if they're technically van lifers or if they're just like travelers and they go and they to like certain countries and live in a vehicle that they buy for however long they're in the country for. And so far I don't think they've left the island yet. But right now they're out on the island and they've had beaver tails. Their last video they went to Nanaimo and had a Nanaimo bar in Nanaimo. And I was like, that's very fitting. But yeah, their plan is to drive across Canada. They bought this old retro uh camper van. So hopefully they make it across Canada without breaking down or having too many issues. It seems in pretty good condition though. It's a classic 70s brown. Sorry, Dark Chop. Well, you know, guys, I think I can get one more roll egg onto this. You know, I think I actually have the fixins to make butter tarts. Oh no, I missed. Well, take me like no time. No, I don't need to make butter tarts. Just because I'm suddenly craving butter tarts now that I mentioned butter tarts. Do it! I'm missing one of the ingredients. Actually, I might be missing a couple ingredients now that I think about it. I don't know if I have any brown sugar. You need the brown sugar. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'd have to look up the recipe again, but I'm pretty sure it takes an egg, and I don't have any eggs. Because I don't eat them often enough, so I rarely buy them. Keep forgetting that this stuff likes to spin long draw, and I keep doing short draw with it. My family would say that my gran made the best butter tarts, but my favorite butter tarts were the ones that my old roommate used to make. I've never had butter tarts that tasted so good. Like, I always liked butter tarts to a point when I was a kid, but I was more, if anything, I would go for a mincemeat tart over a butter tart. Because yes, I love mincemeat tarts too. But then she made a whole bunch of butter tarts, and I tried her butter tarts, and I was like, oh shit. I'm like, these are good. These are really good. So I make butter tarts like she did, without the corn syrup in there. I don't like corn syrup in butter tarts. Welcome back with snack. I'm surprised you don't get your eggs directly from the chicken. Honestly, I could get chickens. I'm just too lazy to take care of chickens. First, it was when I first moved down here, the reason why I didn't get chickens was because my dog's a chicken killer. But then after he was gone, I was like, I could get chicken. And then at that point, I was just like, I can't be bothered. But there's lots of farms around here where I could go get eggs. There's this one right down the street. But I can't be bothered. So I just get mine from the grocery store. Or if I go over to the one produce stand that we have, they sell local eggs. They're a little bit more expensive than the ones down the road, but I'm just, well, they've got like pretty much like a whole store there now, I guess, the one down the road. But before it was like you drive down their driveway, you park, you walk into their, it was kind of like a shed barn area. There's a fridge sitting there. You open up the fridge, you take your carton of eggs and you put your money in the container, and I just didn't feel comfortable doing that, so I would never do it. But my mom liked farm eggs, so my aunt and uncle go there all the time, so they would pick up eggs for us. But I just don't feel right asking them to continue doing that when I could probably just do it myself. Did I say hi, Lainey? And thank you. I don't know if I did. I was kind of like going on about eggs, and I don't think I actually said Heidi. Also, thank you, and stop causing chaos. I got my eye on you. Corn syrup is nasty. Okay. I loved it when I was a kid, but I don't like it anymore. I don't like putting that stuff in my body. And you don't need it in the butter tarts, and I find the butter tarts taste way better without the corn syrup. Because basically butter tarts is just sugar and butter. I think an egg goes in there, and then like if you want to put the corn syrup in, corn syrup. And then you can have your choice of having nothing else in there, or you can have raisins in there, or pecans, or as some people call them, pecans. They're pecans. I'm sorry, they're just always going to be pecans. Yes, I have had custard tarts. Actually, Tim Hortons just was it last year brought those in, and yeah, those are good. Pecan? So yeah, butter tarts are very easy to make, which is probably what's the most dangerous about them. Ooh, cheesy popcorn sounds really yummy. Yeah, there's. Ooh, I haven't made them in a long time. I can't remember the technical name for them. I call them no-bake cookies. But it's just like oatmeal. And then you make a chocolate sauce and you pour it over top. And then you put them out on parchment paper and. Yeah, we have retro to thank for Postman Pat, I think. I think it was retro. Or was it Crimson? I can't remember. It might have been Crimson. It was either Crimson or retro. Right? I think some people call them like haystacks or something like that. There's some. I know that I've heard another name for them, but I just call them no bake. Crimson? I also like to make fudge, which thankfully, I managed to force myself to stop making it because I would just make small batches of fudge. And usually I would eat the whole thing in one sitting before it was even fully set. So we don't make fudge anymore because, yeah. Right, Dark Chop, I feel that. I know what you mean. Oh, that's too funny. But yeah, I try to stay away from any kind of baked goods because I have very little self-control when that stuff is around. And then, like, when people are like, oh, it's really easy. You should totally learn how to make it. And I'm like, no, 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 no. I don't want to learn how to make it. Lack of self-control. I don't want to know how to make these things. Don't tell me. And then, of course, I slowly learn how. Or one day I'm just like, yes, I cave. I'm going to learn how to make this yummy thing. And then I'm like, why did I do that? Why did I let myself learn how to make it? Like this it's like right on the back of the bag of um popcorn twists. I don't know if you guys have them over there, but they're basically like a funky looking popcorn flavored cheese twist or cheese puff. They're not cheesy. They're just twists. And you just basically put like a melted brown sugar caramel concoction over top of them. And they're really good. My sister-in-law used to make them at Christmas time, and she's like, "Oh, I'll give you the recipe. It's right on the back of the bag of the twist." And I'm like, don't. Yeah, let me see if I can find them so I can show you. They're put out by I think Old Dutch, which is popcorn twists. Yeah, come on, camera don't blur. So they're basically same texture as a cheese puff, but they're popcorn flavored. Buttery popcorn flavor. And then there's a caramel corn recipe on the back of the bag. And I refuse to look at said recipe because I know it'd be very dangerous. I did not know that you could buy. I'm glad I don't see any of these around. You can get the Old Dutch salted toffee popcorn twist. You can actually glad that I've never seen that in stores. I'd be in trouble. I'd be in big trouble. They're probably not very healthy for you. That's probably for the best. This is a Crimson song. Okay. So this is our first bobbin done of the blue brown. I probably could have squeezed another one on there, but it was starting to get a little like finicky with the uptake, so good old Nancy temper tantrums. The fires have gotten worse. We've had quite a few fires come up in BC in the last like day or so. There's not too many around where I am, but you don't have to go very far, like maybe an hour in either direction before there's a bunch of fires everywhere. Yeah, it's classic Canadian summers. But yeah, like we lucked out because we had a fairly wet start to the year, and we actually had some decent ice caps. But yeah, we've had such a dry summer that everything is just so dry. Hey Acid, how's it going? And it's yeah. There's a few bad ones where there's people that are on evacuation alert. and I think some people have even been evacuated from some places. I haven't looked too much into it. But yeah, I was checking the BC fire map today, and I was like, ooh, yeah, we got a fair bit of fires going on. Had a pretty orange sunrise this morning. I'm doing a lot better today than I was yesterday. Yesterday I was having an off day. But yeah, weather has been hot. But the weather has been hot. Hot. Hi, Minnie. Hey, Bubba's. You go, Bubs. It's a big yawn. Yeah, I do my papas. I do my papas. I'm still a bit. The encoding overload hasn't left yet, so my video might be a bit laggy. Oh, my video is so laggy. Come on, encoding overload, go away. It's on my end. My sound should be okay. It's just my video is laggy. I'm waiting for it to sort itself out. It's still laggy on my end, and the encoding overload still hasn't gone away. It needs to sort itself out. Like, holy crap. It is taking its sweet time to bugger off. Oh, now you're pissed? Emotions are all over the place tonight. Oh, look at that! The encoding overload finally went away. Do you want a cookie, buddy? It's finally sorted itself out, so it should be good now. It just wanted to be extra temperamental. But then again, my computer is a drama queen, so. I did also end up refreshing my stream on my phone too. So you guys might want to give that a try too and see if that helps. If I seem super delayed. Oh, that's better. Celebration! Hit the river. Gem smash. Oh my god. That was hilarious, that stream. Bye-bye. Thankfully, other than smoke, no. There's no fires that are close enough to affect me right now. But we've had a lot of recent fires pop up in BC. Buddy, you leave that alone. Yeah. Yeah, that is just bullshit, that. Get worms with a pair of glasses on. Oh my gosh. It's a Pickles, the bug catcher. Pickles, the bug catcher. Here you go, Bubba. I love you. I love you. Yes. You're the good boys. Yeah. Ah. It is scary, but used to it. Right? 'Tis the season. Drop it. Alrighty. We will do drop it. Home, home is wherever I am. Home is wherever I am. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Home, home is wherever I'm with. Home. Right. This is some floof that I got off Temu that I blended together. So there's two different colored floofs that I blended together, and then I added in a little bit of tencel. Just trying to come apart. Did it save itself? I think it saved itself. Look at that. Yeah, it's called tencel. It looks very much like the viscose, but I think their viscose is tencel is made from wood pulp, and viscose I think is actually like plastics. Well, that's good, Kaz. Is viscose wood pulp? Maybe tencel and viscose are the same thing. I gotta look it up. Are you sure? I was sure that tencel was the wood pulp. Oh, they're both are semi-synthetic fabrics made from dissolved wood pulp, so they're both um um but tencel uses a sustainable closed loop process that recycles solvents, whereas viscose relies on older chemical methods. So there you go. One is tencel is more eco-friendly, whereas viscose is not. But made from the same stuff, just different process on how it's made. It is. It's called Tencel. TENS or CEL. Tencel. Not to be mistaken with the sparkly tinsel stuff that you put on Christmas trees. I will show you what it looks like. I think I have it handy. Maybe. I might have it handy. Okay. Doesn't look like I have the. I don't have the tencel. I don't have the tencel handy, but it basically looks the same as this stuff. Like, it pretty well looks the same. The stuff that I have is white though; it's undyed, whereas this is dyed. But it looks silky and shiny. So, viscose is more chemically processed, whereas Tencel is more organically processed, or like not organically, but um eco-friendly. That's the word I'm looking for. Yes, it is very pretty, and it goes a long ways. A little bit goes a long way. So I have pink, black, and teal in the viscose, and then in the Tencel I have white. Like, it's just undyed Tencel. Eh. The downside to having cords. Uh yeah, we won't talk about my hair. That just before stream I just dumped a bunch of water over top of it. Stuck my head in the sink and just started dumping water on it. Cause I was just like, I'm hot. I had a nap just before stream and I woke up quite warm. And I'm like, when I first got up from my nap, and I like got up and I stood and I'm like, I almost felt like I was drugged. I was just like, ooh, I could totally go back to sleep. And I'm like, no, I gotta get up. I gotta like function. And so I went and stuck my head underneath the tap and just started putting cold water on top. I don't know why my bathroom and kitchen sink are like, they share a wall. But my bathroom tap water gets way colder than the sink. Like the kitchen sink. Yeah, most of the stream you just see me like my head cut off. My my hair. It needs to be washed. Like, oh, I found another gray hair. I get so excited when I get gray hair. Hey, buddy. Joko Papas. Yes, excited. I get excited for my gray hairs. I love gray hair. Like, I love people that have like gorgeous natural gray hair. Most redheads, well, you get some redheads that are very lucky and they'll just go all white. I'll sadly never get that. Um, and then, but a lot of redheads just fade, and they'll either go brown or they will go like a blondie yellow. I don't know. It's not the nicest color. I will, if I'm anything like my mom, I will be red until the day I die. I had hoped that I'd be one of those redheads that would go completely white so that I could just like dye my hair all sorts of like funky, fun colors without having to throw bleach in my hair because I don't want to bleach my hair. Sadly, if my hair's anything like my mom's, that will never happen. But I still get excited for my gray hairs, and I embrace my gray. So pretty. I chop it today, but I just love how pretty it looks down, right? I am working on growing my hair to just past my butt, and then I am gonna chop it, but not a lot. I want to cut it and get it styled, like put some more layers in, but I need to have a hairdresser that knows how to cut curly hair, because if you give someone with curly hair layers and you don't do it properly, it just chunks. And like the shorter, like a person with curly hair, especially my texture of curly hair, the longer it is, the less curl I have in it. The shorter it is, the more curly it gets. So, if you put layers in, they're going to get really curly. So, if you don't cut them right, they're just going to have, I'm just going to have. So, that's why I haven't done it. But I'm always envious of people that can do that. And I'm like, I know I can. I just got to find a hairdresser that knows how to. You take care, Retro. Have a good sleep. Thank you so much for hanging out. But yeah. Can't French braid it anymore to sleep. I end up on top of my hair and then not able to move. Then having it up is a pain too. That's it. Kiki shakes her head. What if you French braid it? Like it doesn't even have to be French braids. But what if you do 2 braids and then loop them over your head like a crown for sleep? But yeah, I rarely sleep with a braid anymore either, because yeah, it gets like you wake up and you're choking yourself. I usually just this is basically how I sleep. My hair's like almost always in a messy bun, and I wear it high enough that when I lay down, it doesn't bother me. But I'm thankful. I have a lot of hair, but it's not thick. So, like, my hair is very fine. Ooh, popcorn. I have some popcorn. I should make some popcorn, but I haven't. It's one thing I could snack on when I get snacky, but I've been lazy. I know you want outside, but it's actually, you know what, baby? It's cool enough now. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna open up the door for the cats. Here we go. Right. Mine's thickened up a little bit since I stopped washing it so much. I only wash my hair like once a week, sometimes once every couple weeks. I started doing that because my hair started getting very, very, very thin. And so I learned how to train my hair to not need to be washed as often. I mean, I only washed it like I used to wash it like every 3-4 days. So it's like it wasn't that bad, but my hair was just I think part of it was stress because of everything that I was going through at the time, and then part of it was I just needed to stop washing my hair so often. And so yeah, I now only wash my hair like once a week, once every 2 weeks. I brush it more frequently. When it gets to that point where like I'm going to be tying it up or braiding it anyways. I don't brush my hair usually until I shower unless I'm going a little bit on the longer side, and then I will brush my hair and either put it back up in a messy bun or start putting it into braids when it gets to that point where it's starting to look dirty. I do though desperately need to get it trimmed. I've been putting off trimming my hair, and it's very noticeable now. Especially if I wear it in a braid. I feel like these would spin nice on my supported spindle. I still have blue and brown that I can comb up. Maybe the next batch that I do, I will spin on my supported spindle. Because this stuff does, for the most part, like to long draw. And that's what my supported spindle likes to do, is long draw. Back up it goes! Oops! I need a way to like. Maybe I'll just hook this over my ear like this. There. It keeps getting caught between my tummy and the desk, and then I go to do something like go to move my head back, and it's like. Oh, turns out it was broken in more than one place. Great. That's gonna be fun. Trying to find the end. Oh, I found it. I hate when it breaks right on the bobbin. You're excited for fall? I just need the heat to stop. And then I need to get my freaking butt in gear and get that back bedroom cleaned and organized. Or not organized, rearranged. So that I can actually move in there. So that I can move Mystique over. And not be doing it like last minute when it starts getting cold and I gotta freaking start moving everything over. And I don't need that. Hey Alt, how's it going? Pumpkin spice lattes are good. Not gonna lie, they are good. Spaceman. I'm doing not too bad. I'm doing better than yesterday. Yesterday was just a very off day for me. But today we're doing pretty good. Especially since the sun's starting to set sooner, and so therefore it starts to cool down. Pickles, you know how to open up the screen. I've watched you do it. She's literally coming to ask me to open up the screen for her. Give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. Come here. Silly girl. Okay. I'm back. I've literally watched her open up the screen. It takes her a little bit more effort than it does Vinny, but still, she can do it. Did more spinning. Nice. I got 2 skeins of yarn from. Nice. That is awesome. I don't know why I always say skeins. Skeins. I always seem to say skeins or skeins. I have no idea which one's the proper one. The best game you can name is a good old game. Good old hockey game is the best game. The best game you can name is good old hockey game. Oh, good. Hockey game is the best game. The best game you can name is good old hockey game. The best game you can name is good old hockey game. Technically, I have 1.5. This one is small. There's still 2. We'll just class it as 2. It's just a big skein and a little skein. See, now I'm saying skein. It's looking like I'm probably going to make a sushi roll for midnight snack tonight because I'm starting to get hungry. Really do wish I had the proper soy sauce though. Just gonna have to eat it without. So I just gotta remember that next shopping trip I need to get soy sauce for sushi and some wasabi. So I forgot that too, and I was like, oh, ooh, but I do have pickled ginger in the fridge. Oh, yes, yes. That will solve my not having proper soy sauce issue tonight. I forgot about that. was weird. Just sort of stopped. I'm still here just doing some adulting. Well, I'm glad that you're doing some adulting. I'm also glad that you're still here. Say goodbye. And Vinny's talking. Listen. Boots are made for walking. That's what you do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. For walking. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. Is Fluffy out there, buddy? I forget. I'm on a short lead. I can only go so far from the computer. Gosh, I hope I can get that issue fixed. Boots made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. On the other side, open down. Oops. I ripped my earbuds out. Not my earbuds. My. No. There we go. Now I have sound again. I need. Oh, this one I need in my ear. So this one, that's the problem, child. It gets hung up, and then if I put it up by my ear, it seems to make the cable too short. So let's just wrap her along the cable so it doesn't hopefully get pulled off the desk. We'll see. We'll see how that works. Me too. Well, I fight it, but yeah, it's in my genes. Thankfully, I'm not as bad as my mom was, but we got a thunderstorm. We're supposedly supposed to be getting thunderstorms. It's probably where all these freaking fires have been coming from. Though I didn't hear or notice anything last night or the night before. So I don't need these trashed ass fans. You can do it. You can let them go. I like them, but at the same time, at this time of year, I do not want them anywhere around because a thunderstorm during this time of year just means fire. I just want it to be extra special. I'm very happy with this weekend's progress. I feel for the first time the yarn I made will be able to... Nice! That is awesome, Alt. That is awesome. That's always a good feeling. I remember when I got that feeling when I first started spinning. My first few tries were not the best. Right? Exactly. Storm's getting closer and stronger. How dry are you guys, Kaz? Like, I know Alberta got quite a bit of water this year. Same here, Alt. Same here. You know, I don't even know if I've watched Spirit. Oh yes, I have neighbors like that too. We get put on water restrictions every year, and there's always someone that's watering their grass when they're not supposed to be. I don't even have my outside water turned on this year. Mostly because I just can't be bothered. I will not be getting berries this year because I have not been watering them. So what few berries came up basically charred before they were ready to pick. I just haven't had it in me this year to focus too much on the yard. I tried in the beginning, but then the heat hit and it was just, you know. I have chicory that is almost taller than my mom's van. Yeah. And I can't find the keys to the van, which is sort of like a mild stress. Like it comes and goes as a stressor. Because eventually I do want to like sell it and get rid of it, so it's not just sitting there. I don't know if it's Italian or not. It's a blue flower. It's a very invasive. So it's classed as a weed, but it's also um has like, well, you can make like a coffee with it. Like really pretty, but it's super invasive and the stalks are very tough. So like even when you like mow it down, it's not the nicest to walk on. Yeah, it's like a single plant. Attention string keeps breaking on mine. What What wheel do you have again? Oh, the 6.1. Mine also kept breaking. What I did was I have, and you can, because you can use anything for tension. Is it in here still? Do I have it? Yeah. I got a bunch of random yarn off of Temu, and I thought this was cotton until I got it. And it's like a t-shirt material, and it's almost like a tube with foam inside. This is what I use, and this lasts the longest for me. Also, the problem that you might be having, it's a frequent problem, and I had to address it as well because my bobbins kept doing it. Get yourself a little piece of sandpaper and sand in the groove, because where the bobbins join, it's not going to show up on camera, but like where the 3D printed thing sort of like, it has a little thing, and you can just sand it down, and then it doesn't rut. That's what's killing your break band. Mine, I went through both the original and the spare that came with my 6.1, and that's why I use this other stuff. But yeah, it's to do with the bobbins. Yeah, so yeah, right in the groove. Take some sandpaper and sand it down, and you should have no problem. Kangaroo, don't tell me. That should definitely help. And some bobbins, like you'll notice some of your bobbins will be worse than other ones. But yeah, it's just, it's a slight design flaw with them. Oh, excuse me. Smoking cigarettes and watching cat. I actually forgot all about that until you started talking about your break band, and then I was just like, wait a minute, why did... Yes, I remember now. But yeah, it's a common issue with the wheels. When I apply, I think I'm also overspinning it. Could be. Just turn... What I do is I turn my tension up a little bit more, and I turn the speed down. So normally when I'm spinning on Helga, I spin at 2. Not Helga, Melanie. Sorry, Melanie. When I spin on Melanie, I spin at 2, but when I ply, I'm generally plying at a 1.5. But like sometimes it's just like I have skeins that are over plied or overspun. If they're like super bad twisted, you can always run it back through on the opposite setting, but like do it like as a faster run through, and that should help take out some of the twists. I've had to do that once because it was just so badly twisted. Also, um, I don't know if you've done it. I did it once, and I was a good way into my spin before I realized what I did. Is I started plying my yarn in the same direction as spinning. So I was like, why is it not plying nice? Like, I'm like, gosh, that's really not like, oh my God. And it feels like it's twisting so much. And I had gotten quite far in my, like, I can't remember how far I was when I realized what I did. And I was like, oh shit. Oops. I can't even remember like why, like it was just like hilarious because I mean I was no noob at that point. So I was just like I was streaming. We were plying something on Melanie and yeah, I got a good ways in before I realized I was trying to ply in the same direction that I spun. And oh my god, that was fun to fix. But yeah, you can ply at a faster speed. Um, you just got to make sure that your tension's turned up higher so that it uptakes faster. But I usually like, I don't mind taking my time. I can go faster, but I usually just like to go. I'd rather be more accurate with my ply than to rush through it. I'll usually be faster with my spinning, and I'll turn up my spinning faster, but I usually stick to a slower ply. I have some cinnamon spice wool coming in. I want to make sweater yarn with. Ooh, nice. That's awesome. I have to order, or did I order it? Did I finally order it? Hold on, let me look. I was going to, and then I kept changing my mind. Some merino. I'd actually forgotten all about that. Okay, no, I haven't ordered it yet. I kept changing my mind. But yeah, I wanted to make sure that I hadn't. Um, oh, that's right. When I did finally decide that I was going to order it, the shop is. I wonder if they're back open. They kind of like closed down for a time. Um, and yeah, it looks like they're still not open yet. So I can't get the merino that I want. I mean, I could get it somewhere else, but I like the quality of their merino, and it's within my price range. So, um, I think 1 pound of it should be enough. The shop I got as well from just closed. What shop do you use? For the merino, I use the shop. It's out of Ontario. It's called Nikki Slip. Nikki's Slip. Yeah, Nikki Slip. Or Nikki Slips, one or the other. And I like the quality of the merino I get. Like I can get, well, I haven't bought it for a while, so it might have gone up a little bit, but I can get like a pound of merino for $40 um from them, and I haven't been able to find it like really cheaper for that quantity. And then I just buy it like undyed and then I dye it myself. But I have a bunch of Polworth that I got. Um and my plan is to make a sweater with that, but I need more than what I have. So I figured I have some Polworth that is already dyed. Um and then I have plain undyed Polworth, and my plan is to dye it. Um a really pretty blue. Like the blue that's in this. I plan on dyeing it that. Uh, but I know I don't have enough. So my plan is to get some merino and dye the merino as well and then blend it together. So I'll have, it's a jacquard sapphire blue acid dye, and I freaking love it. But yeah, so I have two blues that I want to try, and I haven't tested the navy yet, but so far the sapphire is kind of like selling me. But my plan is to blend everything. So and the merino and the Polworth are similar textures. So yeah, it's more affordable for me to go merino than buy more Polworth, because I don't quite have enough to do a sweater. And it all depends how thick a yarn you're going to make, and how much yarn the pattern calls for, on whether or not a pound will work. I know a pound wouldn't work for me, but I'm a big girl. But I don't think I need much more than a pound. I'm trying to think. I think I need like, for me, I think I need to do like a pound and a half would be enough for me to make a sweater. Don't quote me on that, because I'm not accurate at it. And everything that I spin ends up being lightweight yarn. So I like the merino so far because it is slippy and easy for me to draft. Have you tried Corriedale? I taught myself on merino, and then I found out that merino is actually not the best fiber to learn on. And someone else talked about how much they love spinning on Corriedale, and I the reason why merino is not the easier one to learn on is because it is slippy, and it has a shorter staple, whereas Corriedale is Corri. Oh fuck, I can't spell shit, especially off the top of my head. Hold on. Let me Google how to spell it. Yeah, Corriedale. So Corriedale. And it has a longer staple length. I all my fibers moved. And I'm like, where do I have? It's also cheaper than merino. So it's not as nice as merino, but I actually quite enjoy spinning on it. And it's a grippier yarn, and the staple length is considerably longer than merino. But it spins very nice. But yeah, so it's not as soft, but it is a heck of a lot easier to spin. It just, yeah. It's funny because I remember the first time I spun on Corriedale, I was like, oh, this is different. Like, I had to get used to it because I was used to the shorter staple length. So I did have to learn to move my fingers farther apart for drafting. But I was like, this spins nice. I was very impressed. And was glad that I got it, because I, on a whim, bought 11 pounds of it without ever trying it because it was affordable. Yes. Corriedale can also be squishy soft, but it's not as smooth. But it's still not bad at all. Um, I can personally still wear it next to skin. But yeah, and like this stuff is spun thin. This is my giant Hank. Giant. But it is also quite squishy. And I've got this wrapped quite tight. But it is a squishy yarn. And this is just like a 2-ply lace weight kind of yarn. And it is still quite squishy. Not as squishy as some of my other stuff. This one here is also Corriedale. A little bit smaller of a skein. And it's quite squishy. This is also a 2-ply. I usually do 3-ply. But I can snuggle and snuggle squishy. So I practiced to get this skinny. Because I couldn't afford to buy a lot of fiber, I taught myself how to spin super, super fine. Downside to that, it's because I taught myself how to spin super fine. It is very, very hard for me to spin thicker than that. And so I run into that issue where I struggle to, like, if I try to spin anything thicker than what I do now, it is no longer nice, even spun yarn because, yeah, I oopsed. But yeah, so what I like from like watching a lot of videos and learning and stuff, I learned that it is better to do what you're doing, and then teach yourself to do the lighter weight yarn, because for some reason it's like easier to be able to do multiple thicknesses when you do that. But I did not know that. And I was trying to conserve every bit of fiber, and I'd rather have the yardage rather than the weight. And now, pretty much everything I spin is, I usually spin 3-ply because it's a little bit closer to a worsted. But like even some of my 3-ply is pretty thin. Like my sparkly. This is a 3-ply yarn. This is a 3-ply yarn. I love the sparkly. I bought myself some Angelina so I could make sparkly. And I use my blending board. So I bought the Angelina and then I combed a bunch of fiber out on the blending board, and a little goes a long way. So you just need to like sprinkle a little bit on. And yeah. And then this is also a 3-ply. You can see it's a little bit thicker in places. This one was done on the drop spindle. But see how that's basically a worsted weight there. It does have some thinner spots. But it's, yeah, this one's a bit thicker. And I did this on my drop spindle. Sure. No, I'm probably going to be doing some more blending because I want to do some more sparkle yarn. And I don't know if you have a blending board yet. Mine was a more expensive one. But you can buy them. Oh, you can buy them some, it's not as good a quality, but you can buy like a cheaper blending board on Amazon for like $20 or something like that. But this is my blending board, and so I comb my fiber out onto this, and with the sparkle you pretty well just sprinkle it on. You don't really comb it, you just kind of like take pieces and you sprinkle it onto the board, and then yeah, put some more fiber over top. But I do plan on doing some more of the sparkle yarn. That was kind of like my experiment with the Tencel. But I do plan on using it in more projects. I could also do it like smaller versions on my dog brushes too. But yeah, so far I've only done it the one time. So like I'm very new to Angelina. Well, I got from I'm going to be getting one. Okay, the wool I got came ready to spin. Yeah, most of the stuff that I get is ready to spin. Like I usually buy comb top. There's only one, and actually no, that's basically ready to spin too. But you can still take ready to spin yarn and comb it out on a blending board is just for blending. So it's like a drum carder where you can make fancy art bats. It's like a small form of a blending board. It's not like where you need to like take raw wool and card it so that you can spin it. Yeah, comb top comes like this. So like it's like in this form. Usually it comes in a braid or it's wrapped, but it's all like this. And you can just like spin. And that's what my Corriedale came as. It just like was in a big bag, all wound up. I do want to actually get some fiber that I have to like do the whole process. I have yet to have that opportunity. Pretty sure it meant that, but yes, yeah. I'm still learning the lingo too, and then I forget sometimes when I'm talking that not everybody knows the lingo. So but yeah, I still have yet to experience the whole processing my own fiber, and I really want to experience that. So I just gotta I have to find some raw fiber. I'm mixing or making yarn to give to my daughter for Christmas. And I'm making some for her friend, and I during Halloween. We are going to get together and dye. Oh, that's going to be fun. That's going to be really fun. I wish I had a better kitchen setup for dyeing. I dye most of my yarn in mason jars, but I want to do some other stuff. I just don't have a very good kitchen setup. I'm thinking I might get like a hot plate and do like a setup out on the deck. Just because I have more space out there. Of course, now it's a catio, so I'll have to share the space with the cats. Guess I could use the porch. Right? Put down where you can, put down plastic covers. It all depends on what kind of dye you do too. What kind of dye you do too? Did my music stop? I don't hear my music. Maybe it's my earbuds that have stopped working. My headphones might stop. I mean, they're pretty janky. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there's my back scratcher. Yeah, it was my earbuds got pulled out. I keep calling them earbuds, but they're not. They're I don't know what you call these. I hate that my Bluetooth has gone janky. Yeah, I got a Bluetooth dongle coming, so I'm hoping that will fix the issue if I can find a available port to use. This computer does not have a lot of USB ports. And I already had to get a Wi-Fi dongle because my built-in Wi-Fi crapped out. Yeah, I used to have one, but it quit working. And I never really needed it with this computer, but I might have to get one. I mean, I also have a gaming computer that I'm eventually going to be moving over here. So I shouldn't have a problem once I get that over here, but until then, I kind of need things like my Bluetooth and my internet and I mean, I've always had my gaming computer. It's just it's over in my camper. But now that I'm working on moving into here, I need to start moving stuff over. And I have been dragging my feet. So I'm like half living here, half living there. Well, I'm basically I live here, but I sleep there. That's kind of what it is. It's like I'll play my video games and I'll sleep over there with my cat, Mystique, and then the rest of the time like I cook and do everything else here. It might take me a couple years yet. Yeah, I was originally planning on saving for one for here, but now that I'm moving in here, I don't really need another computer. My gaming computer will work. Hi, buddy. I'm struggling because I don't think I'm ready to move in here. I think it's the problem. It's like once I move in here, then it makes it real. Plus, I'm dragging my feet because I am not looking forward to integrating Mystique and these guys. But we got the catio built, and Mystique can get locked in the back bedroom, which will be my bedroom. And then when these guys go out on the patio, or out into the catio, I can just like close the window because there's a window that she can go through. And so I can just like open and close it when I need to. And hopefully it doesn't take too long and they can get themselves sorted. And hopefully Vinny doesn't take it out on me too much. Vinny always turns me into the enemy when he gets overstimulated and stressed out. And then my brother's like, if it was me, I'd just take Mystique, throw her in the trailer, and leave them alone for a couple days. My cat, Mystique is a senior cat. It's not going to happen. It'd be different if they were like kittens or like one adult cat and a couple kittens or whatever, but they're all adult cats, one of which is a senior cat, another one that has overstimulation issues. Yeah, no, it's not going to be an easy integration. And it's my fault. I could have had Vinny and Mystique integrated a long time ago, back when he was a kitten. I did not do it, and I regret it. And then we got Pickles and just added another one into the mix. So it's all on me. It's not me, it's my family. Someday. Yeah, Tour de Fleece is almost over. I think tomorrow is the last day. And then we have to finish getting everything ready for the fall fair. I gotta finish that one fingerless glove that's like almost done. Going to get a snack. Enjoy your snack. Snack. Hey, Jessie! The cats are playing out on the deck, but they have been making random appearances. How are you doing? Come on. There you go. Your head. Are there any bugs coming into the house when you have the patio door open for the cats? I have a magnetic screen door on there, so that helps a lot. On occasion, the odd bug gets in when Vinny comes and goes, but for the most part, the bugs stay outside. Which is nice that I have that because it helps cool the house down a lot. Being able to have that. Vinny, come here. Come say hi to Jessie. Come on. He's a good boy. We have a wild Vinny. Oh, and now he's gone. Well, he was there for a little bit. Drop it. Oops. Congratulations on your 3-stream streak. Mystique is doing pretty good. We had a good hangout today. We had a cooler day, so I went and hung out with Mystique. Okay, it wasn't a cooler day. It got really hot this afternoon, but it was cooler for a while, and I enjoyed some nice hangout time with Steaky. And I didn't get to spend as much time with her last night because I just couldn't sleep. Like I just could not get the camper to cool down enough, even though it was cooler outside. My camper was being stubborn. And finally at about like 2:30 in the morning, I gave up and I came over here, had a cold shower, and then just spent the rest of the morning sleeping on my couch bed. I call it a couch bed because it's technically a bed that I'm using as a couch. So yeah, I went back over to the camper earlier than normal, so I could hang out with Sneaky and give her lots of cuddles. And then once she got the cuddles she wanted and the treats that she wanted, she was like, okay, I'm gonna go back outside now. She likes her outside. Not to mention it was starting to get warm in the camper, so. But she hates when it gets cold and she can't go outside as much. She loves being outside. Riverboat fantasy. Alrighty, there we go. We've now started on a new layer. That's 2 droplets tonight. Hey, baby. Hi, Bubba's. You come say hi to Jesse again? He's like, no, I want my treats. Still too early, buddy. Almost. 45 more minutes. You can do it. I was like sitting here going, I've only been streaming for like 3 hours. I'm like, what? And then I remembered that the first bit of my stream, I had internet issues. Yeah. In the Vinny Bubs. But yeah, that's why I'm like, gosh, but I should, it's almost time to end my stream. Why do I only have, yeah, I have a short time because I tried to stream and my internet was like, nope. Had to do the whole manual restart to my modem. Normally I could just do a quick restart on my through the phone app. It was like, nope, you're gonna need to do a manual restart. And I was like, son of a. Soon, buddy, soon. 45 more minutes. You can wait. Especially since he got treats earlier on today, too. Yeah, you had treats earlier on today, so you can wait the 45 minutes. Yeah. He's a rich fancy little band with a reaper in its hand. On a riverboat fantasy. and sorting machines. This way. Dreams and sorting machines. Did she say? Oh, ads are starting soon. What she say? Well, you know, I have all you guys to thank for the good music. Cause yeah, this playlist is made up from song requests that you guys made. My heart, my heart, my Of course, I have a bunch of songs that I like on here too, so I guess I have a good portion of my stuff. I'd say we made some pretty good progress tonight. I think I did at least 3 or 4 roll legs to finish up this bobbin. And now we're almost halfway done this bobbin. Yeah, and I think I'm just gonna do the 2 bobbins and then hank it up. Or hank it up, ply it up. We'll do a chain ply because that's my go-to. It's gonna be a pain in the butt because I remember chain plying the last hank, and it was it was not fun because there's little lumpies and bumpies throughout this because it is yarn that was combed out, so you get little schlubby bits. But it makes really pretty yarn. My plan is to give the 1 hank away. Well, not away. I'm giving it to. I'm hoping to send it to Passion because she's the one that sent me the stuff out. So she sent me like 2 pounds of Rito Arcot and then she sent me the 2 balls of yarn that we've been combing out, and it makes such pretty yarn. So I want to be able to send her some stuff back since she just was like, I'm going to send you stuff, here you go. And I'm like, oh. And I had planned on hoping to get stuff done sooner and sent to her, but life sort of gets in the way. So, and now that I've organized everything, I've been making care packages. Yeah. Well, she went out of her way to get me the wool, and I want to like pay it forward and send her some of this back. I also have been promising Retro some scrappy yarn for, well, since the first time I made scrappy yarn. So I finally actually have some of that set aside to hopefully eventually here be able to send it to him once I can afford it. Me too. I absolutely love it. It's some of the funnest yarn to make. You totally should. It is so fun. You don't get bored at all. That's the funnest part about it. And like you can either, like, for me, I now have enough is it, no, not this box, somewhere in here. I have a giant it's currently buried, but I have a giant bag of scrap floof that all I have to do now is break it down and put it into little baggies. And what I do with these, so like it all depends. Like if you do buy, like if you buy the packages of felting floof, I broke each package, each one of these little packages in half. Um because I found that unless you're doing like a big project with it, which is fine if you're doing a big project, it's no big deal. But I found that if you want to do like a smaller project, you kind of need the shorter sections to color. Otherwise, if you've got a small project, it's just going to be like you might get 2 or 3 colors on said project kind of thing instead of like multiple. So yeah, I learned after I made my sweater to break each package in half. And then obviously if they're like say for this size package, I'd probably break it into 4. Yes, the for the sweater I did the whole little package. So yeah, if you're planning on making a sweater out of it, then my recommendation would be to keep it as the full package. Well, hello, how's it going? Happy Saturday to you. I also did a scrappy yarn where I had a bunch of leftover packages from another spin and I took them and I just randomly, like, I think 4 or 5. I can't remember how many packages I did. No, it was more than 4 or 5. I think it was like almost 10 packages per blending board. But I went through and I did a grab and blend with some, and I wish I had the yarn handy. It also looks really pretty. Um but yeah, I did, and I blended it up and turned it into roll eggs, and then I spun it up and applied it that way, and it looks really pretty, but it's stashed somewhere. I don't know which bin it's in. I am having a wonderful day. Much better day than yesterday. Yesterday was a bit of an off day. It wasn't like a bad day or anything. It was just off. Um, and I just kind of like needed my me space, so I took stream off. But today's much better day. Hi, Pickles. Aw, Pickles. You're such a pretty kitty. Yes, you are. You're such a pretty kitty. Hey, baby. I know you want your treats, but you gotta wait. Yeah, you gotta wait. It's almost time, but not yet. Half an hour. Less than half an hour. Your power went out? Ooh. Well, welcome back. The thunderstorm decided you needed to go without power for a little bit. Storm's done. Oh, that's good. So it was somewhat fastish mover, fastish. Yeah, he's a spoiled brat. He knows around what time of night he gets his treats. He usually only gets them at nighttime because he would eat them all day long if I let him. He is a cutie. I love him. Hey, Crazy. How is Crazy doing? Are you staying out of trouble? Something tells me no. Something tells me you're always into trouble. Well, what kind of jump was that? What kind of jump was that, buddy? That was like, psych, I've changed my mind kind of jump. Good. Wondering if I buy a controller or not. Ah. Well, I guess that all depends on whether or not you need it. Is it a need or is it a want? Thanks, Pickles. So I think my goal for tomorrow's stream will be to finish this bobbin off. Then we'll hank up the blue yarn here, and then we will ply up these two bobbins, and that will be all our yarn for TDF. And then we can have the measurements and do the final tally. What is it? Back but can't sleep. Oh, that sucks, Kaz. Hopefully you'll be able to sleep soon. Rude. Well, you know, that roll egg worked out pretty darn good. Okay. Okay. What are we doing? We're getting ready to end stream. That's what we're doing. We managed to get that roll egg rolled up, spun up, right perfect time for me to start getting ready to raid out here. But yeah, so tomorrow's stream we're going to ply that up, or not ply, hank it up. But we're gonna finish this spin-off first, so that it has like a little bit of time to rest on the bobbin while we're hanking this guy up. And then we are going to switch and start plying up these two. And that will be our final TDF spin and ply. And then we'll get to see all of what we spun and what kind of yardage we got. So that's pretty exciting. I'm excited. I think I did better than last year. I don't remember. I really don't remember. I think I spun a lot of white last year. I don't remember spinning a lot of color. I was so not prepared for TDF last year. So, but yeah. I already know who we're gonna raid out to. So that will make it easy. No Well, hello! How's it going? You came in right as I'm about to raid out, though. How are you doing? Dino Nugs. I'm glad that you're doing good. I had a decent day today, much better than yesterday, so that makes me happy. We have one more day of Tour de Fleece to go, and then we will be able to see the final tally and the final amount of yarn that I actually spun. So that's gonna be fun. But with that being said, it is the end of the night. I need to get some rest and eat something. I'm hungry. So I'm going to be making myself something to eat. But I hope that you guys have a wonderful day, a wonderful night. Thank you, everyone who came in and hung out and stuck around. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.